Welcome to Parenting Boys Q&A, episode 2 with Coach Abibo Berepele. We have a question from a parent here. He said, "Hello, Coach Abibo. I really appreciate the difference your mentorship had made in the life of my son. However, he's struggling with managing his screen time and it's affecting his school performance. What can I do to help him balance screen and studies?" Yes, thank you so much, Ma, for sending us this question. Meanwhile, in the month of September, we'll be teaching our boys at the Boys Mentorship Academy screen time management, how to balance screen and other activities. We'll also teach parents, we call them the 2 beeps, train up the boys' parents, international parents, all right? We teach them how to guide their sons to deal and manage screen time. We do not say eliminate screen time completely from your preteen or teenager. We're saying you can teach them and you can guide them on managing screen time, all right? So the first thing you need to do as a parent is to set clear boundaries and limits. Yes, see, children need some level of freedom, but they need boundaries in freedom. It's just like when you go into polo club, the horses can run within a space, but there are boundaries, there are places they can't enter. So establish clear rules for screen time, including specific times of the day when screens are allowed and when they are not allowed. You must have that limit, you must have that boundary. You can't say, "Oh, I don't know what to do, my son is always on the screen." No, you own the screen. It's your home. You can't force it, but you teach it. So there are structures and there are routines. There are rituals. You need to create that structure where screen time is 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock for so age. Once it's 8 o'clock, everybody do this. If you don't, these are the consequences that follow. Yes, so that's the first thing to do. Set clear limit. Number 2, you have to use timer. So we have said you don't just allow it and say, "Oh, you can just watch screen." No, specific time. They need to manage screen time by using timers or alarm to signal when it's time for them to leave the screen, switch off the device and get to bed or do something else. They need to learn that. If your son does not know that, you know what happens? He will just feel like, "Oh, it's..." No. See, screen has a way of attracting boys, but it causes distraction. It causes memory loss. It deprives them from thinking right and taking their responsibilities. So you must use a timer. The third thing you need to do is to create a schedule. Yes, you need to create a schedule. Even as an adult, I create a schedule for screen. I work a lot on my laptop and my game, but I need to know how to manage myself and create a schedule. Work with him to create a daily schedule that balance screen time, homework, chores, and physical activities. See, your son needs to know a balance: screen time, homework, chores, physical activities. It's not every time he's on the screen playing game. He needs to play game with other persons. He needs to play with his siblings. He needs to play with you. He needs to have outdoor, indoor. There are games, table games. He needs to learn that chess, Scrabble, Monopoly, and all of those games. Puzzles. They need to use those games. It helps them think better. Critical thinking, problem solving, all of those things are part of it. So you need to expose them to such games. The fourth thing you need to do is to offer alternatives. Yes, encourage other activities that he enjoys, such as sports, reading, or hobbies, to divert his attention from screen. Sometimes the reason why boys are always on screen is because we do not create alternatives for them to also thrive. So create alternatives that can help them. And the last thing to do is what? Lead by example. A lot of us as parents, "Oh, we're always on the television. We're always watching. We're always on the screen." No. Make sure you are also balancing your screen time well. Don't say, "Oh, I'm an adult, I can do whatever I want." No, you can't do whatever you want. You have to be careful because your sons are watching you. They're looking at the things you're doing. You are an example. You're a model for them. So think about it. How am I modeling my sons? Who am I modeling to become? If I'm always on the screen, then my son will likely be on the screen. You know that story? A son saw his mother using the remote. He does not know how to use the remote. When she left, he picked up the remote and he used the remote and he went into stations that he's not supposed to see. So your life is an example where your son will always learn from. So they will follow your habits. The question is, what habits do you have? Do you have screen addiction habits? If that's what you have to work on it. You have to limit it. All right, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Facebook and on Instagram. You can also register your sons for the Boys Mentorship Academy. Share these videos with others, invite others to subscribe if you're getting value, and share with us the values you're getting in this video.